that. Hey everybody, and welcome back to my opera channel. If you don't know, my name's Avi, and welcome to the channel where we talk about opera and things related to opera. But today, we're doing a Q&A, because I felt like it. So, without further ado, let's ask these questions. What is your dream role? Question is, are you asking realistic dream role or like Avi can do anything dream role? Because if it's a realistic dream role, Charlotte. Love that opera. Love it. And unrealistic dream role would be Tosca, I think. I think everyone can tell by that. It's just, the arias are so good and the storyline is so good and it's so relevant. That video is coming to you guys, I promise, but it's just been really hard to put all my thoughts down into video format with that one. Yes. How is studying with an iPad versus a traditional paper score? Thinking about getting one? Yes. Get one. If you can afford to get one, I would very, 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 very highly recommend it. I do find that sometimes I need an extra like notebook to write down notes about the score that I'm learning. So if I need to look at text at the same time, sometimes I'll have two things open. But if you're willing to also use your computer at the same time, that also is fine. Only thing that I regret about my iPad is I got the small iPad, like the 9.4, but if I had the funds, I would totally get the iPad Pro, the big one, because sometimes it's just a bit small. Also, I have pretty bad vision. But other than that, great investment. And I can store way more scores on my back, and I only have to take one to a rehearsal. So that's great. You know, like one set of actual paper score, and that's for the pianist or teacher. So definitely recommend it. But yes, get the iPad Pro if you can afford it. And don't forget to get the pencil. Pencil is very, very useful. Okay, moving on. Question number 3. Are there any contemporary Hebrew operas? Yes, there are. I remember when I was working at the Israeli Opera House, we had a double bill one year with Hadonit and Avocher, which is a story by Shai Agnon, which is about a traveling salesman and a lady. I won't give it away, but if you're Israeli, comment down below if you remember learning this in high school, because everyone has to learn this in high school. But that was there, and another one, which I can't remember what it was called. But they were both pretty contemporarily written a couple years prior, I think every 5 years. So it was 25 years and then it was 30 years. So I'm assuming at 35 they'll also commission another Hebrew piece. But if you keep your eyes open, there's happening everywhere and you just have to like go out and source them. But if you would like to see more Hebrew operas, I would recommend commissioning young composers coming out of conservatoires or academies and say, hey, here's a story. Would you write this opera? It gives them a chance to work on it, and then it kind of starts streamlining more works into the world. You can also not commission a student, but you can commission someone to do it. And that's the only way you're going to change the repertoire and change the stories, because I would love... in general, I don't feel like I have been represented in the way that I grew up in the media. Like, Jewish people in media are never Jewish people that I know. I grew up modern Orthodox. No one's ever modern Orthodox. You either get, like, Hasidic, which is like the black hats, or you get, like, movie star Jews, which they're Jewish, but they don't do the Friday night that I did. They don't do the whole thing. It's just very different. It's not what I grew up like. But love to see some representation. Number 4. What kind of physical exercise do you practice to keep your body healthy and strong to sing? Thanks for the reminder, because I've been pretty bad at this. Any workout is good as long as you're moving and doing a lot of core exercises, and make sure just not to overwork yourself. When I was told by one of my singing teachers, just don't do anything that bulks up your shoulders too much. So anything that's gonna strengthen your alignment and really build up your bottom core, that's really great. And I used to do the New York City Ballet Workout, which is, I think it's on YouTube now. It's nice because it's classical music and I like it. But it's all about like lengthening and strengthening, and that's really good. You can do it at home. You don't need anything. You just need space. But one of the ways that I really make sure to stay healthy is I really watch what I eat, and I drink a lot of water. I'm not as good as drinking water as I would like to be, but that is always a thing. Question number 5. Opera. What is the most strange and unknown opera? I feel like strange is it depends on your own taste. I personally think one of the strangest operas I've ever seen was Lulu, but I know that's still pretty mainstream, still pretty performed. I think it's extremely strange, and I kind of kept losing the plot throughout the thing, and I couldn't take it. I couldn't. I wanted to like it, but I would say I don't actually know what's the most unknown opera. There are so many that aren't performed at all. Like Schubert, for instance, wrote 12 operas or 6 operas or something like that, and no one ever performs them. There's so much that never transcended the time, so we don't actually know about them. I would need to do a lot more research about that one. Might do a whole video of 5 unknown operas. Let me know in the comments box below if that's what you would like. I will check that out. And question number 6. When is a tea haul coming, or just more videos about tea? If you would like more videos about tea, please comment down below and let me know what kind of content you want in the tea realm. Like, I could go on for days about tea. Is that something you would like to do? It's actually a lot easier to talk about tea than it is to talk about opera. It's less controversial. I'm actually running really low on tea now, so once I get it's coming. I will do a tea haul very soon. Question number 7, another Jewish question. How is keeping kosher in the UK versus Israel? Oh, that's like, what's the difference between day and night? So different. For those of you who don't know what kosher is, it's the Jewish laws of eating, but I'm vegetarian, so it's not very difficult for me to do. But keeping kosher in the UK versus Israel is like drastically different. There's no comparison. In Israel, it's harder to keep not kosher in a way, if that makes sense. Finding non-kosher food is just like, you have to go out and seek it. Whereas in the UK, you have to go out and seek the kosher food. But if you keep kosher, Israel is like, walk in anywhere. It's fine. I mean, not anywhere. It's changing now. You're more likely to find a kosher place than you're likely to find a non-kosher place. When it comes to the supermarket, restaurants are a little bit different, but still very easy. Whereas in the UK, you really have to like be in certain areas in order to find kosher supermarkets and kosher restaurants and stuff. That's all, folks. Thank you so much for watching. Thank you very much for everyone who sent in their questions. If you would like to ask me something else, please do feel free. I will be here next week with a new video. In the meantime, don't forget to like, comment, and subscribe, and hit that little notification bell so you can be notified when I make a new video, which is every single Monday. In the meantime, have a great week. Drink lots and lots of tea, and go see an opera. Use the hashtag Diva Studies to let me know what you went to see, and I will find you. I really do appreciate it when you guys send me those pictures. It makes me feel like I know you and you know me, like we're a community. Anyway, all right, I'm leaving now. Bye. What is going on today? I'm not gonna sing that, actually. I know you, I've walked with you once upon a dream.